This was a super fun, super exciting game to watch, and we have a lot to unravel, so let's get right into it. Firstly, I am really impressed with how Lamar Jackson played this game. At first, it looked like he wasn't really sharp. He was missing a lot of wide open opportunities and just wasn't having one of those games. But then in the fourth quarter, he and the rest of the team turned it on. He did such an incredible job throwing the ball. He's now had back-to-back 300-yard games. Actually had his first career 400-yard game today. It's a new career high in passing yards for him. And he was just really accurate with the ball. He was great in the pocket. He was showing off his arm strength, and he looked spectacular. And gotta say, John Harbaugh did a great job and a smart job running a hurry-up offense in overtime. And Tavon Young almost single-handedly cost them this game with that sportsmanlike conduct late in the fourth quarter, but luckily Rodrigo Blankenship missed that field goal. However, something we have to address is the run defense for the Ravens currently looks awful. They were giving up chunk yards all over the place to Jonathan Taylor, to Marlon Mack, to Nyheim Hines. It wasn't just when they were running the ball, but basically whenever the Colts running backs got the ball, they were getting a lot of yards. So Ravens, who normally are really good on the run defensive side of the ball, had a really rough game today. And also, speaking of running the ball, Ravens ended up losing their record for most consecutive games with at least 100 rushing yards. They ended up tying the record. We're not able to break it tonight, but hey, you still got the win. And man, Lamar Jackson played fantastic while doing so. How in the world did the Indianapolis Colts lose this game? They had the Ravens dead in the ropes, and they ended up blowing it. They came out this game starting so well. Jonathan Taylor had a 75-yard receiving touchdown to start the game off, and the whole offense was just clicking through the first three quarters, and actually wasn't too bad in the fourth quarter. It's just the defense it just choked. Now, granted, you beating down your last three quarterbacks on defense doesn't really help out, but at the same time, the entire defense in general was just playing really bad. Something else that didn't help was Rodrigo Blankenship being semi-hurt, which caused him to miss 2 field goals, which, if they get those field goals, well, especially like the one in regulation, you don't end up going into overtime and the Colts win that game. And something pretty shocking about the Colts was they were 120-0, up 16 going into the fourth quarter. 120-0 when leading by 16 going into the fourth quarter. The last loss, when they were up by 16 going into the fourth quarter, they were still the Baltimore Colts. So this was like a once-in-a-generation collapse for the Colts, but still unexcusable in my mind. And also, can we talk about Carson Wentz for a second? He looks like a fixed quarterback. He had a career high in passing yards. He was really accurate throwing the ball. He looked calm in the pocket. His technique is looking a lot better. He looked like he was making smarter plays and smarter throws. I think Frank Reich has figured out a way to fix Carson Wentz. I'm really happy to see it.